Job design isn't something that workers usually think about because they kind of see their jobs as predetermined, right? They think that okay, I'm going for this job, but there are so many different ways that you can design the job that someone is going to do. So if you think of, say, a hospital, you've got doctors that work there, right? You could choose to have, if you've got 10 doctors, that are on shift, you could choose to have 10 just general doctors that can go wherever and do anything. Or you can say, all right, this doctor is in charge of oncology, this doctor is in charge of, whatever. So if you think of it like that, it kind of starts to make sense that you can design a job to do anything. You can design the tasks that a worker needs to do to get the best out of them. That's the goal. So you design the tasks or the jobs that people do in order to get the best out of them. And there's two ways that the syllabus sees that you can do this. There are general tasks or specific tasks. You can get your workers to do general tasks, which is called job enlargement. And the advantages of that, the workers are going to be less bored. They're going to see a range of different things and a range of different situations. And they're probably going to end up being less bored because they've got a lot of different things that they can do. And they're going to be more interested. And it can be more motivating because you have this greater sense of purpose. Like, okay, wow, I did this over in this part of the work, and then I did this and this over part of the workplace. Or if you're a doctor, I moved around the hospital, I saw this type of patient, this type of patient, this type of patient, and it was so interesting. So you're going to be less bored. But that's not always the best way to go. Sometimes you want to give them specific tasks, which is called job enrichment. And this isn't giving them a boring task necessarily. This is giving them a more challenging version of the task that they're doing. So you say, you know what? You are going to do this one thing, but you are going to get really, really good at it, not just by doing it over and over, but you're going to get really good at it because you are going to focus on this, and you can have a greater sense of personal achievement by doing that. So if you think of general, like a doctor, like a GP, all right, they see lots of different patients, but they never get really, don't become experts in any one area. They do see lots of different things, and they don't get that bored, but they might prefer to specialize in a certain area, right? I am going to open like a specialist clinic. I'm going to be like a lung specialist, and then I'm going to look at all their lungs. I'm going to get really, really good at it, and this is my focus area, and this is what I do. And you can get a greater sense of personal achievement, not just like I didn't see too many patients today, but the ones I did see, I achieve much more with. So that's why it's called job enrichment, because you get this sense of personal achievement, and it's more challenging for workers. And you can see that I've really got advantages for both rather than just looking at disadvantages, because you can kind of guess what the disadvantages are. But really, it's not like you're going to be, it's going to be fatal for the business if you choose one or the other. But it can be a good advantage for the business if you choose the right one, if you choose to have a larger range of tasks or a smaller range of more difficult tasks for the worker.